and welcome to Let's Talk with a Flip. We'd like to welcome Mama Yates in the house. You're welcome on today's interview. So can you please tell us about yourself? For those that don't really know you, we know everyone knows you anyway. But yeah, just tell us a bit about yourself.
Okay, hi guys. My name is Yetunde Oduwola. I am an actress. I live in London. I do a TV show called Meet the Adebanjos. I've done a couple more shows. I do makeup. I used to work as a makeup artist before I became an actress. Actually, I'm a beauty blogger, so I blog about makeup for women over 40. I'm 45 this year. Yeah. So I'm a mom. I've got 2 children. I've got a 7 and an 8-year-old. Yeah, that's it. And I love life. I like to laugh.
Very brave and sharp. Nice. Well, we all know you as Mama Yates or Gladys, or maybe Adebanjos and all that. But can you tell us more about your history? Because we know you have a very rich history in the industry. So just how did it all start? Your foundation and everything, how you turned up to this stage?
Okay, I think for me, originally, when I originally, hold on, I think I've moved, sorry, my camera's shifted, I apologize. I think originally I started as this is long now, wake up my brain. So originally I started off, I studied law, I was doing law school, I was going to school, I was doing a degree in law, but I've always wanted to be an actor. I always enjoyed acting, always enjoyed singing. I did that on the side, I always sang, always did all these things arty. But, obviously I still wanted to have an education and stuff like that. So anyway, when I finished university, I decided to do a foundation in music. I went to Goldsmith College. I did foundation in music. I did a foundation in acting. I did something called performance skills. So basically, you have to learn how to perform as an actor. I've always doing something on the side. So anyway, after doing that, I went to university. I did, I went to, my train of thought. So I did the course at Goldsmith College after I'd got my degree. So I have a law degree, I have a law and geography. So I've got a degree in law. So I was going to be a barrister. I was going to train in law, but I decided, you know what the hell? Who wants to go out and tax? I'm like, oh no, I don't want to do this. I want to be an actor. I've always wanted to, I love making people laugh. So it's something like, you know what? I spoke to my parents, listen, I want to go to this school, and they helped me, they supported me. They actually paid. I was quite surprised. So I went to this, did a course in Goldsmith. After doing Goldsmith, then I went to City Lit. I did the musical theatre diplomas. I know how to sing. So I was going to go through the Vibe musical theatre, but when I met one or 2 casting directors. I went for a couple of auditions. I said, listen, you're an amazing actor. You're very strong. But we really think, don't waste your time with musical theatre. Musical theatre, you have to do lots of dancing. Or anyway, so to cut the long story short, I went to do a master's in acting. I did a master's in acting at the Central College of Speech and Drama. So after doing that, I came out, I think I finished, and then I went to New York. I lived in New York for a couple of months in 2006. I lived in New York. I, did the general thing of slapping up and down New York, meeting other actors, and, just trying to see what America was about. Obviously, in those days, they used to give you 90 days to be in America. So after doing the 90 days, I wanted to stay longer. I think I probably overstayed a little bit. People are like, stay, you can make it. I said, listen, I don't have papers. I don't want to be in this country without no papers. So, and you find the people that, they'll give you side out. Don't worry, we'll marry. I'm like, I don't want that. Let me just go back to my good old England. So yeah, I came back. And I got my first acting role was a monologue. Basically, it was a 45-minute monologue where I had to be on stage with other women. So basically, with monologues, a monologue is basically when you have an actor just talking. It wasn't a one-woman show. So it was a show basically every woman had a monologue. My monologue was 45 minutes long. Another woman had 30 minutes, 50 minutes. It was a good 3-hour play. And I played Medea. So after doing that, then I got another job. I think I got a play called Torn at the Apollo Theatre, and then things just started happening. Then that was 2007 or 2008. Then I was doing bits and bobs all over the place. Anyway, in 2010, I'd auditioned for Meet the Adebanjos a couple of times. Over the summer period, I didn't hear anything from them. It was very, they were being very, we need to work on this, we need to work on that. Fair enough. So, but anyway, the lead actor, Wale Ojo, the one that plays Bayo, he had basically said to them, listen, I really think myself and Yetunde, we have good chemistry, give her this role. And I remember, the director saying to me, oh, I don't think you're very motherly, you need to be more motherly for this role. Not knowing that, unbeknownst to her and everybody else, I was actually pregnant. I was already pregnant with my first daughter during that whole period of filming. So we filmed for a month. And by the end of the month, I just felt really ill. But anyway, I went to go and check, and finally I was 6 weeks. I was already pregnant all through this whole doing this Meet the Adebanjos. Anyway, for Meet the Adebanjos, that came out a few months later, I think when I was fully heavy. So we'd filmed it the year before in November. So the following year, so in May, it now launched. I think we launched it on Ben TV. First, it was an online series. And then I think Ben TV then wanted to take this. So I think it showed on Ben, OHTV. It basically did the rounds on all the African channels. And after a while, we went to DSTV in Nigeria, Ebony Life, season 1 and season 2. So from doing Meet the Adebanjos, I got another show. And this one, again, I was pregnant when I went for this audition at Youngers on E4. I'm always pregnant when I audition. And it's always since this, my children always bring me good fortune. So I did a play called the Akolo called Pandora's Box. Just bits and bobs, worked with different theatre companies. I've done different TV shows. I've done one called Babylon 5, or is it Babylon? I can't remember the name, it's such a long time ago. But I've just had different things happening, TV. And then Meet the Adebanjos also did 2 live shows as well. One at the Hackney Empire, one at the Catford Bridge Theatre. So it's just been different things happening, different times, basically. So it's been, and now that Meet the Adebanjos is on Netflix. If you don't know, now you know.
I know.
It's on Netflix, and it's been a great opportunity for it to just land there at this time. So yeah, that's what's happened. And in between all of this, got married, got divorced. I have 2 children. I'm a lone parent. Striving to do things for myself and my kids, striving to be a better actor, be a better mother. Because in everything, I think it's better good to be the best that you can be. So yeah, that's my story in a little nutshell, y'all.
That's good. Yeah, you talked about living in America for about 6 months plus, right?
No, I said it was about 4 months. I lived in America for 4 months.
Okay. Yeah, is that where your show reel came from? Because I saw that, I was like,
no. I've always, because obviously my objective as an actor is to be worldwide. And my agent, they always say, you need an American show. So I've done 2 American shows. My second one is the one I just recently did. It's just because I lived in New York, and I can do a very good American accent. So you need that. You need a good show reel, and that show reel, and a few people have seen it, but fingers crossed it'll bring something. But it's very important to be able to record your accents as an actor, to at least have a show reel showing all your versatility and what you can do, because that way you never know what they need. Because you want to be able to be open to it. So say, you know what, yeah, I can do this. I can do a Jamaican accent. We can do a Jamaican accent if you want to, that kind of thing. And I actually perfected that because my children's dad, he's half Jamaican, half Nigerian. So that helped a lot. The patches, we can't talk that, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, and if I needed an American accent, I think as an actor, you have to be versatile. And I find that being Nigerian has helped my career a lot. Being able to speak Yoruba very, very well has helped me in so many ways. On Meet the Adebanjos, on Youngers, on other shows, I've actually been cast because Yetunde speaks Yoruba. And I've seen other people being cast, and their Yoruba is appalling. And I'm like, and they'll give them the role, not me. I'm like, it's okay. But we know we can speak the lingo. You know what I'm saying? We can speak our Yoruba.
Good, that's good. Wow, yeah. So along the line now, all your achievements so far, with all the awards you've won and everything, what would you consider or see as the greatest achievement in the industry right now?
What did you say? What would I consider my
achievement so far in the industry?
I think I've not reached where I would like to be.
Yeah.
I know that there's so much more I would love for it to have happened to me. I have a vision board. I've written a few things on it. Actors I would want to work with, directors I would want to work with. At the moment, I'm not going to lie, Meet the Adebanjos has been one of my greatest achievements. Not to say that I haven't been on other TV shows. I mean, I've got a new TV show coming out at the end of this month on the 28th of May called First Team, and that's on BBC Two. And again, I play another Nigerian mother. And like, it's so weird that everybody just wants me to play moms. I'm like, seriously? You don't see me as a sexy number, but it's cool. I guess it's just, their mindset is just so vision, like that tunnel vision, that's what they see. And then it's sad because you get labeled or you get pigeonholed, which is what I don't want to be. I mean, I could play so many roles. And that's the thing about, for each character, like Meet the Adebanjos, Gladys' character, Comfort on Youngers, I played another one on Enterprise called Wemi, and every single one of them, every single one of them have been different. The new one I'm playing, her name is Gloria, different as well. Everybody has different attitudes, the way they love their children. The one thing I found with all these characters, they all love their children very, very much. And I think a mother's love is very important. As being a mom, I love my kids, even though half the time they drive me crazy. But, you know, that is one thing I liked about the roles, is that they you know, they love their kids. But the problem with you find with acting, with roles nowadays in the British sense of things, they always write the same African mother, and it's so generic. They like, I can do this in my sleep. Give me something that's got bites, you know.
Yeah,
it is what it is. There are rather to give the one that got bite to the A-lister who cannot even do half what me or other actors. I've seen some amazing actresses being bypassed. Even I've been bypassed for roles and given to an A-list actress who cannot do what you can do. But because she is who she is, her name sells for herself. But like I said, there's so many things I'm praying about that I would love to achieve in my career. That, you know, I mean, the thing I always tell myself is, I don't remember, I'm sure you know this guy, Colonel Sanders that owns KFC. He didn't become a millionaire until he was in the 60s. That's when the Kentucky Fried Chicken franchise was when he was able to, you know, have that recipe, and it blew big. And now to today, God knows how many years later, KFC is a huge franchise around the world. But for me as an actor, I think it's very important that you grow and, you know, you have vision. There are things that you want to do. I mean, I want to go into writing. I want to be able to make my own films in future as well. That's what I'd like to do. So yeah, Media Adebanjos has been a great achievement for me. I mean, now I've got other TV shows coming up. I've got, you know, things that's happening. That in a sense, I'm very grateful for every opportunity that's been given to me.
Let's talk about your first personal award, the one you got from African Life. I watched it. I saw it on YouTube, actually. You said it there that was your first personal award, although you didn't get the group awards from all the jobs you've done. So what was
Afro Nollywood? Yeah, it was great. Yeah. It was nice to have something that's got my name on it. It's on here, and it's so weird. I got 2 awards. I think I got one that year, and then within the space of 1 year, I think I got 2. Was it 1 year and then 2008? I can't remember, but you know, it was nice because every other award was always an ensemble. I was always nominated for best actors, but I never won. So yeah, it was great to win. I'm like, you know, I was emotional, but obviously I'm not gonna go there and cry. Maybe the day I get my Oscar, then that's the one. Oh my God, thank you guys! Oh my God, you know. But it was great. It was beautiful. It was also amazing because the lady that runs the Afro Nollywood, she's also an actress, and I've worked with her many times as well. So it was nice to get something that from other actors, and I you know, and it was lovely. It was just a great spread. It was just like a pat on the back. It was nice, and especially from Nigerians as well. When you get something from your own fellow people, that, you know what, we see what you're doing. You know, keep on shining. I know everybody aspires to get the Oscars, to get the SAGs, to get the Emmys and the BAFTAs. But I think it's very important that when your own people say, you know what, we like what you're doing, you're amazing, you know, here's something to say thank you. That's even better. I think if every Nigerian in the world was watching me the Adebanjos, my sister, I'll be a millionaire today. Because it's like over 3, I mean, they always say there's 200 million Nigerians. I don't think so. I think there's so much many more. There's probably like 300 or 400 million Nigerians in the world. And if you imagine, if 400 million people are watching your show and they're happy with what you're doing, I am set for life.
Very true, very true. Yes, that brings us to your stage acting experience. You did a lot of theatre work back in London when you were starting off. Yeah. So how would you compare your theatre work and actually going into the proper movie industry right now?
Well, there's two different
challenges in both.
With the challenges with theatre is very challenging. I would say for me personally as an actor, TV work is easy. It's easier. Let me not say it's easy. It's not easy. It depends on the what you are doing. For me, with theatre work, you have to rehearse for weeks and weeks. You know, the moves, go here, go there, and then you have to do it over and over and over. Exactly the same thing every day, over and over and over. And then you find that there's some days you're motivated. There's some days you're not motivated. Then you might have issues with the director. Some directors, Then you might, costume. There's so much. There's a lot more. It is a tougher industry to be in. Theatre is very tough. Same as TV. With TV, you find that, you could take the takes can be 5 times. They might say, we need to do this take again. It's not what we want. So yeah, it is the same in the sense that you have to do it. The same scene. Like, for example, if you're doing one scene, you might have they'll have a single shot for me. If there's somebody else here, they'll have a double shot. Then they'll have a wide shot. Then you have a 32 is maybe there's somebody here, but it's not a complete single. So there's so many shots. So you might end up recording each shot like 5 times, 10 times, 15 times, 20 times, just to get the right shot. Just so that when they're in the editing place, they have enough variation to take out what they need. Whilst with theatre, every day you have to give the best performance. You can vary it, you can tweak it, and you can make it better daily. So there are some pros and cons. At the end of the day, it is acting. At the end of the day, it is your craft. And you find that, you have to get there, own it, give it. You can make mistakes on set. Whereas on set, if you're making mistakes with TV work, we can just edit it and chop here, chop there. Whereas on the theatre work, there are no mistakes. You have to come bring it. So there is a level of, you have to be present, but everything is in itself. It's like different ways of cooking by plantain. No. Some of it is dodo, some of it is boiling, some of it is you boil it. It's still the same dodo. I mean, still the same, all from plantain. So I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's how I see it.
All right, that's good. So with your kids now, do you see any trace? Is any one of them interested in going into the same line?
God, both of them love acting. My youngest one, she is an actress. The older one, she's a dancer. She acts, but her dancing and singing is where the younger one, my younger one, Etienne. So I've got a daughter called Nene and Etienne. So Nene is 8. Nene is, I would say she's an actress, but she's much more a dancer, singer. As Etienne is an actress, simple. He's the drama queen. They both dance, they both do different things, but everybody has their own mantra that they've taken on and stuff, or something like that.
Oh, that's good. Any regrets in your career so far?
Sorry, what do you mean?
Any regrets in your career so far?
No, I have no regrets. I have no regrets at all. I can't say, because everything is a lesson, everything is an opportunity. You have to learn from it. Life is a lesson, life is an opportunity. I don't have any regrets in anything within my career. I would say that maybe once or twice I've made 1 or 2 mistakes, but I learned it. I saw the mistake, I've learned it, and that's it. I don't regret anything I've done, any TV job, any readings. Once or twice you find that you've worked with directors who can be very difficult, and sometimes you want to tell them to take a Harvey Smith because of the way they behave. But you're thinking, at the end of the day, in this world, unfortunately, you find that when you're an actor, people always talk about you. They don't really talk about the director. It's the actor that gets the bad rep, even if the director is the one that has issues and faults. But for me, everything I've done has been the process, it's been learning, it's made me better. So no, I have no regrets in my acting career, none at all. I mean, maybe there might be 1 or 2 things whereby maybe I wished I had done this different, or I'd gone to America quicker, because I had the opportunity to have gone and stayed there, a few times, but I didn't take it. Now I think, it's not too late. Or even Nigeria, people are, I have people like, why didn't you come to Nigeria? Why didn't you come to Nigeria? It's not that easy. People don't realize moving children, a whole family, and saying I want to go, because I'm a kind of person, if I want to go back home in Nigeria, I would have to take my kids. Although I thought about, leaving them here with my mom and taking 3 months and going. But because of certain things within my family that I'm thinking, no, I don't want to do that. And then you find people questioning, why don't you make it to Nollywood? Okay, if I'm going to make it to Nollywood, then everybody could have made it. It's not that easy. Being an actor, sometimes you find that you're reliant on another person to cast you in a role. And then you find that some people, they only cast their friends, or they cast the actor they feel as if they can manipulate even more. And some people will cast you just because of your craft, because they know that this person is going to come and deliver. So I just need to put my camera up a little bit more. So they think you're going to come and deliver. So yeah, I don't think I have any regrets. Not anything shocking out. No, I'm good.
Awesome. That's very good. Yeah. Now this brings us to your YouTube channel. I see what you're doing there. Very, very good. I want to talk about your fashion sense because I've seen you on most of your YouTube channels. You have bold colors. Are you kind of promoting a certain aspects of fashion, or you're broad, covering all areas?
I just like to wear clothes, girl. That's all it is. I just like to dress. I love to dress. I think more so now in this age, you find that I've lived, or I'm still trying to live. And for me, I think women in the certain age gap, we still want to look fly, we want to look fabulous, we still have a lot to give. And I've not done anything on YouTube for a long time, and I know that this month I just said, I'm going to go back to YouTube. I've not done anything. It'd be great to do some more stuff. And what I've noticed is, I just noticed that every young girl was there doing her own thing. I'm like, listen, I'm a woman in my 40s. I'm going to be 45, like I said this year. In 5 years, I'm going to be 50. What can I give? What can I do? And just show me. And I love bold colors. I like pinks and reds and yellows. The brighter, the better. And I've got great skin complexion to carry it. So I go for it. I don't shy away from bright colors. I think for me, if you can sass it, go for it. And it's just about me just enjoying myself in color, in lipstick and makeup. I'm just there to enjoy myself and have a great time. And whoever wants to jump on and enjoy themselves with me, that's how I see it. I think it's one thing for me is when I was younger, I didn't celebrate myself the way I celebrate myself. I was always told to be conformed into a box, to try and fit in. And it made me miserable because I'm just not that kind of person. I don't want to fit in. I just want to be myself and have a great time. So when I started YouTube, I just started it to have fun. And, after a while, I was trying, oh my God, I need to get the views. And I just said to Yetunde, you know what? Take some time. You just do your YouTube. If anybody wants to watch it, they watch it. If they don't want to watch it, no problem. But my objective is just to, show light, show fashion, show makeup, and have fun with it.
That's good. For those that don't know, please go on to her YouTube channel, Mama Yates.
Yeah, just look for Mama Yates.
That's actually some confidence, to be frank, to put on those colors and costumes and everything. It's really nice. You're actually trying to equally let people know that it's not all about the money. You can buy some other cheaper products and still look fabulous, which is what I really like and admire about your YouTube channel. To be frank, it's a good thing. Because you don't really need to break the bank, really.
You don't need to break the bank. If I tell you that I've had this top now. I wore this top on Meet the Adebanjos. I've had this top for 5 years. We filmed Meet the Adebanjos 2015. I bought it from Primark. The vest is Primark. It's just about putting it together and looking and feeling good about yourself. I don't believe in spending stupid amounts on clothes and stuff. I've got children to feed. Every time I earn money, I have to divide it by 3. So is it not better to buy? For my kids, sometimes I might go a bit expensive, but you don't have to break the bank to look good. It's just clothes, because at the end of the day, you wash it, it will go, some of it will run, it will shrink, it will tread. Not to say that designer fashion cannot be worn for years and years. I have some designer bags that I bought 20 years ago that I'm still using till today, that I bought in my 20s, that I'm still rocking to today. I just feel as if the most important thing is being comfortable in your own skin, knowing what works for you, and sticking to it. There are certain things I'm not going to go and wear now because my body, after 2 children, it's not the same. Everything has gone this way, so you understand. So for me now, I just wear things that make me comfortable. I know that I have a very curvy body. I work with what I have. And I also have this thing where I am, working out. I'm going to the gym, working out at home because obviously we can't go to the gym. I lift weights. And weight training helps you define your shape body, makes your body goes in more snatched because of weight training. So I do a lot of that as well. I'm going back into that. And you find that when you're working out and you're looking good in clothes, you feel better about yourself. So that's another angle for me personally. Thank you.
That's very nice. Before we go, I would like you to share a bit of advice. What's worked for you in the industry to those young ones out there, even your fans, actually on how you got this far, what they can do as well, how to build themselves, their confidence, because you've got a lot of confidence. I've seen so much about you in a short time. Like, this woman is something, she's fire. So it's a really good thing. So what advice have you got for and people that want to be like you, your fans and all that?
I think it's okay. I'm going to break it into 2. I'm going to break it into a professional side. I'm also going to break it into your personal side. I think one thing is very important, that if you want to be an actor and you want to go for it, first and foremost, you need to hang around people who do this. Find other classes, like find classes, if you want to go for classes, online classes, or meet other actors where they are. Learn from them, ask them questions. It's very good. The most important thing is if you ask good questions, it's going to make sense, and then people can give you great advice. That's the number one thing. With the confidence aspect of it, I had to teach myself confidence. I think the thing about the Nigerian community, we don't like people who are too confident. They think that you're too over the top, you're too out there. And I had to give myself that, because yes, I was one of those children that, you talk too much, shut up, to make yourself smaller. And I tried, and it didn't work for me, and I was miserable. I'm like, no. So for me, my mindset is, this is me, this is my life, this is who I am. I'm going to smile, I'm going to be happy, I'm going to laugh. If you want to laugh, join on board. If you don't want to laugh, hey, that's you. I've learned to show myself self-appreciation. I've learned to love myself in a way that nobody else has shown me that love. Loving myself does not mean being conceited, but loving myself that if I see something is not working, as in this friendship is not working, I'm trying too hard, this job is not working, I'm trying too hard, let me try and find a different direction. So it's very important to have that self-awareness and self-love. And I know it's not in our society for us to tell ourselves, our children, oh, you're amazing. Nobody told me, even to say that my parents didn't say that I was amazing or great, but I think everybody wants to strive for perfection, and there is no perfection. You have to look at what you have, work on it, and then say, okay, you know what? I'm not perfect in this, but how best can I be with my own self in that. With my career, looking back, the one advice I will give myself, or anybody, is don't take everything too seriously. Growth is gonna happen. Some people will be your friends, some people will love you, some people like you, but the most important thing is being yourself, learning to love yourself, learning to appreciate who you are. Rome was not built in a day. If you will get there if you work hard. If people don't want to give you the opportunity, make it for yourself as well. I think that's very important. You have to try and make that opportunity. I'm even telling myself now this, in the sense that if you're not getting this thing, mommy, let me try and make my own opportunity. That's one of the reasons why I started YouTube, because apart from being an actress, I do presenting. I present shows for people, and I've done this in America, I've done it in London. It's just being a presenter, putting work out there for myself. I think the most important thing is finding what you're good at, and then running with that one thing you're good at. You might think, I know my daughter, my youngest, I want to bake. I'm like, okay. She wants to bake. She's only 7. She wants to start baking. I call her Mama Put, because every time it's just food. She and food is like, so if you feel as if, you know what, I'm great at talking. Someone like me, I could stay here and talk till tomorrow. I have the gift of the gab. I can talk. And I remember as a child, Otile Soroju. And I remember people just tell me all the time. I'm like, what is going on? But that is my gift. God has given. If you know what your gift is, your gift is makeup. You know how to do makeup. Your gift is dressing, man. It's style people. Your gift is talking. Just like you interview, because people always want people who can talk, who can make people laugh. I know how to make people laugh. That's one of the things I like doing. So I think it's just finding your niche, finding what you're good at, and then running with it, and making your own opportunity if it doesn't come. I think that's very important. I hope I've answered your question.
Yes, you have, in many ways, and thank you for that. Before I let you go, you talked about your new job that you're working on very soon.
Yeah, I've got a new TV show coming. Yeah.
All right. Can you just shed more light for the viewers, those that will be watching this interview, for them to know what's going to be coming up next for you, to look up for it, and then, yeah.
Okay, so I've got a new TV show called First Team. It's on BBC Two. It starts on the 28th of May. And then you can see that on BBC iPlayer as well. So yeah, it's about a football team, and then the shenanigans the boys get up to, and also you see their personal lives. So I play somebody's mom. Again, I'm always playing mom.
Again.
It's a great show, so look out for it. And it's also going to show worldwide on BBC World as well. So yeah, you get to see that. I've got other projects lined up. Obviously, because everybody's quarantined at home, we can't do nothing. So we just have to wait until lockdown is lifted. Then we can get back to normality. And hopefully, there will be some form of normality after all of this.
Yeah, talking about the lockdown, really, how has it been with you? The whole pandemic. What do you think of when you look at the situation?
One thing I think it's daunting. I'm not gonna lie. Being at home, not being able to go outside, not having that freedom. But in the other side, you have to think of it that, okay, this has happened. We have to find a way to nip this thing in the bud. And if it means staying at home to do it, let's do it. But at the end of the day, I understand mentally this can be very frustrating for me. I mean, I've got 2 children. I mean, the place is quiet today is because I was able to, the school where they go to, they asked me to bring them in because they were, they're allowing 1 or 2 children to come in to have respite. And I'm like, you know what, when they offered it, I took it because it's been very hard on my kids because they're used to running up and down, having that freedom. So I gave them that opportunity to go back to school. I mean, there's not a lot of them in the school, but they're just still doing social distancing and everything. But it's been hard for everybody financially. We all don't know where we're going. I'm self-employed, I'm freelance, so it means that until I have a job, there's no money coming in. So that physicality of just not knowing what's happening next, where how you're going to pay your rent or your mortgage and all these things. So it's very difficult. It's one of the, I hope we never have this kind of situation in my lifetime ever again. Oh my God, it's just been, my mom lives in London. I didn't get to see her we have to keep our distance because unfortunately she now got the COVID as well. She got, she was tested positive for it. So, she's better now, but she's still at home resting. So it's just the fact that you have to keep washing your hands. It's not that I never used to wash my hands before. Every time you come home, you're washing, you touch this, you wash, you need to be careful not to touch your face. You make sure that the children, especially my kids, my youngest one, she sucks her finger. Everyone, I'm like, please stop. I've talked and talked and talked. But every time I see her touching places, make sure she washes her hand in case she ends up putting the finger in her mouth. So it's been a challenge for everybody. I don't think anybody can, unless of course you're a billionaire, you have one mansion that you're living and everything is, even the millionaires put their complaints. Nobody can go. Imagine this one. Okay, this pandemic, like you're about to say, at Italica, I don't know what you're rich or poor, sit home. That's exactly what is happening right now. You just sit your ass home, okay?
Oh, that's wonderful. It's been a wonderful time having you on today. Thank you so much. I'm going to let you for the show. I will still talk to you behind cameras. Okay?
Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me. You have a good day. Take care. God bless, guys. Stay safe.